Hello, everybody. This is Leon with Bad Wi-Fi, the hotspot, you name it. And today, you guys are witnessing the very first episode of Leon News Update or Leon Talk Update. And this is basically meant as a complimentary segment for the hotspot. So if you guys enjoy that podcast, you can find that everywhere. You can find it here on YouTube. You can find it on our podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, on anywhere you can find podcasts. I guarantee it. You'll find Bad Wi-Fi and Friends, the hotspot. And this is meant as a complimentary segment to that, but it's going to be really quick and short. Just kind of give you guys breaking news, or just kind of like a teaser of things maybe we'll be talking about later, or just some interesting facts that's going on that you guys might want to keep up with. And so this is kind of like one of those things that, why are we going to wait an entire week to give you something that's kind of important to think about? And so today I really wanted to talk about the bombshell report in regards to what happened with the FISA court and Rod Rosenstein and all that Spygate mumbo jumbo. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about the dossier that was used to justify FISA court surveillance on Trump officials during the 2016 election. We've talked about this on the show before, so this is kind of like a update from that one episode, so you guys can kind of keep up with the latest, what's going on in the world. And what's going on right now is that this just came out. A DNC lawyer, or lawyers, I should say, met with FBI officials on Russia allegations before the surveillance warrant. So before they even went to the FISA court and said, hey, we have this phony dossier that, I'm just kidding, they wouldn't really have said phony, but they say basically, we have this dossier that is saying that Trump colluded with the Russians. And this is what happened beforehand. This paragraph 1. So paragraph 1, what's that? Paragraph 1 basically states the reason of going to the FISA court. Why do I need to go to the FISA court? Well, if you need a spy on a U.S. citizen because of an illegal activity, or there's some kind of security situation where the FBI wants to investigate, they have to go to the FISA court. And when they go to the FISA court, they got to get basically show them proof of why they need it, and then they give them permission to surveil whoever to get to do this investigation. And so what happened is they gave this dossier, which was made by Fusion GPS, which was hired by a law firm, Perkins and Coie, who was hired by the DNC and Hillary's campaign. Basically, they went out, Hillary's campaign and the DNC went out to Fusion GPS, or Perkins and Coie, and said, hey, we need dirt on Trump for this election coming up, 2016, and we're going to pay you, and you're going to find information. And of course, we have this ex-British intelligence officer, Christopher Steele, who goes out and gets uncorroborated evidence, so to speak, if you want to even call it that, and he compiles it all into his dossier, in which this dossier is then given to all sorts of different people, but mainly to Bruce Orr within the Department of Justice, and it's unverified too, right? So this is even worse now. So this bombshell report is saying that James Baker, FBI General Counsel, so this is a lawyer in the FBI, met during 2016 season with at least one attorney from Perkins and Coie, the DNC's private law firm. Before, do you guys follow me with this? What's going on? This is okay. The James Baker, FBI General Counsel, met with an attorney from Perkins and Coie in regards to the dossier. So this is becoming more of a political hit job from those that are highly involved in the top ranks of the FBI, such as James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Lisa Page. I mean, I can keep going listing them all off, but I think we all know who the key players are here, including with basically Perkins and Coie, and of course DNC and Hillary, to basically get enough dirt on Trump during the elections, and of course that didn't work. And now, because they thought that she was going to win, they got to worry about covering this up. And so then they get Mueller involved. Basically, I mean, it's been like 2 years, guys, and we still haven't seen any kind of Russian collusion here. But yeah, so they get Mueller involved in all of this, basically to hopefully incite enough people to get mad to wanting to impeach Trump in regards to the Russian collusion thing by making a bunch of noise in the media. Look what we found. We found George Papadopoulos, and back in the day, which had nothing to do with Trump, he did all these illegal stuff. So look at the people that he's hanging out with. And then you got to go to Coie and the same thing, and still nothing with Russian collusion. So this is basically this guy. He's seeing the writing on the wall. I'm talking about the FBI lawyer who came out, all right, and is saying all this stuff. He's saying that they met with Perkins and Coie before even going to the FISA courts. So what else is this man going to tell us? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. But until then, we're going to have to wait. We're really going to have to wait with what happens with what Trump decides to do with declassifying the FISA application. Rod Rosenstein is redacted a lot of the application, the FISA application. So the application that they gave to the FISA courts, he redacted a lot of that and had allegedly said that, well, I think he had said, they redacted a lot of the information because of national security interests. What would be crazy if Trump declassified it, released the full thing, and what we had really found was a political motive. Now, if there was a political motive from the DNC on this FISA application, things are going to get pretty ugly, if you ask me. So, the dossier, mostly unverified, was used by the FBI as main evidence seeking a FISA warrant targeting the Trump campaign in the final days of the campaign. The revelation was confirmed both in contemporaneous evidence and testimonies carried by a joint investigation by Republicans on the House Judiciary and Government Oversight committees. It means the FBI had good reason to suspect the dossier was connected to the DNC's main law firm and was a product of a Democratic opposition research effort to defeat Trump. Yet failed to disclose that information to the FISA court in October 2016 when the Bureau applied for a FISA warrant to surveil Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. So basically, if Donald Trump declassifies his FISA application, it's going to show the fake reason that they lied about to the FISA court to get this to get permission to surveil him. It's going to blow a hole in the Mueller investigation and in Rod Rosenstein's testimony. This is big stuff, guys. This is big stuff. But here's the deal. A lot of people ask, if that's the case, why doesn't he just declassify it? He's not going to declassify because he has that leverage over Rosenstein during midterm elections. And just think about it. He announced that he was going to declassify, I think, a few weeks back. And what happened? We had Rosenstein running down to the White House. I'm surely begging Trump to not declassify it. Because Jeff Sessions is not going to declassify it because he's been recused from this whole thing. So it lands in Rosenstein's court. So yeah, he has the leverage over Rosenstein not to do anything stupid during midterm elections. So if anything, if Trump was smart, he would probably declassify this after or right before in case they did pull something. It's just a political... welcome to politics. That's what it is. But I don't know. If you guys liked it, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click the bell. We are looking for Patreon supporters, but the easiest way to help us out is subscribe and like, and you can check out the Patreon link below. So thank you guys. We have Zoli in Austin right now. I think he'll be coming back some Monday or Tuesday. We've got a really cool episode for you guys coming up next week. We have a guest speaker that's going to come on. He's very qualified. He knows what he's talking about. And he's going to talk about the threat of China. There's been a lot of crazy things happening in the manufacturing world in China, and he's going to talk about how that.
And he's going to talk about how that could be a threat to United States security. And we'll see you guys next time.